Good morning everybody, welcome back to Simulation Fallen Nation, and today you might just be able to see in the distance that we've got David out with a sprayer. He's up on the hill here just putting some more T3s down onto the winter barley. It's coming along very nicely, winter wheat, beg your pardon. And we are here, we just came to fill him up and we just got him away here. So we've got the Bowser. We are going to take the Bowser back home. He should be good enough to go now, be able to see himself through. So we'll get ourselves back up to the yard. We've got a few little different jobs to do today as it goes. We're going to take this back up to the yard, then we're going on a bit of a road trip again. Our new chaser bin has arrived. We decided to go for it and invest in a new one, which is great news, very exciting. So we're going to go and pick that up. And then bring that back to the yard, have a bit of a look into it, and then we're kind of getting really set up for harvest now. It's quite exciting. So what we'll do, we will cruise back up onto the yard. We're going to be taking the same trip for quite a bit of today as we get around that corner. There we go. Lovely, so we're going to cruise up to the yard and we will catch you when we're back on the road very shortly. Okie dokie folks, we're just going to leave this here. The New Holland's going to stay on the Bowser because we've got a lot of shifting around to do still. David's really cracking on with the spraying at the moment, so we need to follow him around where he goes. So we'll keep that all hooked up there. That's fantastic. And we'll take the big fent, I think. Other than that, we're all doing really well. We've got a bit of sunshine out today, so good growing weather. That being said, it's supposed to rain this afternoon. We'll have to wait and see if that actually materializes. It may or may not materialize. We'll have to wait and see on that front. But yeah, we haven't got much else to do on terms of groundwork. Slight update though, if we look at our map, we have now confirmed and we have bought fields 30, so the field we did the contract ploughing for last week, that is now officially ours, as is field number 1 at the very south. So we're expanding. Field number 1 is going to be ploughed over, but I think what we're going to do is leave it as grassland, take a crop of hay off it, and then I fancy that we're going to bring some lime in and get that spread onto the field as well. So we'll have to see. As you can see, the grass is growing quickly around here, but I don't quite think there's enough there to warrant cutting yet, to get any kind of quality hay off there. So we'll let it grow for a little bit longer, see how it comes along, and then yeah, these two fields on my left likely get ploughed in. On my right, sorry, they will likely get ploughed in and put into crops. So we might start to haul in some lime today. That could be something we can get started and just store it up. And yeah, then we'll get that spread. So yeah, lots to do at the moment. Busy day, despite not being able to get on with a great deal. But the first thing we'll do is go and see Charlie and collect our new grain chaser bin. Which is a good move because we are angling to kind of rapidly increase our output, as I've mentioned several times. With the new combine there, that's got some great ability to really push on. And we want, with the bulk bin we have for the truck, be fantastic if we can fill that up as well and reduce the amount of tractor and trailer haulage we need to do. And by doing that, we'll need a chaser bin just to make it a little bit more feasible. So it makes sense to me that we make this investment now. I am still the farm is doing very well in terms of making a healthy revenue at the moment. So we do have some more money that some more capital we can outlay to fields or machinery. From a machinery standpoint, right now I think we're pretty much good. We have everything we need to go. Next year we might look into a bigger drill. That could be an option, but for now we're going to keep on with the 9-meter horse we have. That's relatively new as it is, so we can still get plenty more ground out of that. But yeah, we're always looking to expand and increase our operation, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm very excited about this chaser bin. It is fairly huge, I must say. Come harvest time, it's probably even going to be mounted onto this fent or the back of the New Holland. Likely the New Holland, I would think, if the fent goes onto the baler again. But we could put the baler onto the New Holland as well, I suppose. It's definitely got enough power. We're going to swing in, we're going to pick it up, and then we'll have a look at it in a little bit more detail. Alrighty then folks, as you can see, this is quite a thing. This is a Richard Weston grain chaser. It is huge, absolutely monstrous. I'm not sure the official capacity on this, but I know it's going to take some filling up. We would be able to probably get 1.5 of these into our tank, into our bulker, I should think. Let me just see if I can find the spec sheet in the cab, see exactly what it's looking at. So it is a 30 ton capacity here, which for our combine is probably going to be about 2.5, 3, no, maybe a little bit more than 3 full tanks. But so that will be able to keep us going there. It'll take a long time to fill it up, as I mentioned, and also it just means that we can park a bulker bin on the side of the road, side of the field, where it's nice and dry if we have wet years, and still be able to fill it without any issues. As you can see, it is a good match for the Fent. The Fent is a nice size for it there, so it's could be very interesting to see how this performs. But we're going to take it back on up to the yard, get it parked up there, and then yeah, so unfortunately we won't get to use it for a while, but it's nice to have it all tucked away, ready to go. We are really starting to step into the higher end machinery now with the Fent and the chaser bins and the huge upgrade in the combine as well. That's really something. So it's a fascinating transition, I must say. I am hoping, as I mentioned, to pick up one more piece of land if I can. I think that'll be a good investment. But land isn't easy to come across, as we all know. Okay, so we're going to trundle our way back on home the way we just came, and then we'll find a space to park us at home, and yeah, look on to seeing if we can get some lime ordered in. Alright, so before we put it away there, I just thought we'd have a bit of a closer look at it. We're going to put out the auger here, and yeah, we're going to have a bit of a look around it. So as you can see, automatically extending the auger does pivot down as well, and you can adjust the chute on the auger. So it really does allow you to fill the most obscure trailers. Rear wheel steering on the trailer as well, just to help you maneuver. And there we go, quite a magnificent looking beast inside there as well, I must say. Alright then, so we're going to get this popped away, and then we will fire up the Volvo again. Alright folks, welcome back, and the keen-eyed amongst you will notice that we're in a completely different vehicle. This is a Class Scorpion. This is not ours, this is a demonstration model, and we're just trying it out really because I'm intrigued to see just how it handles. I'm thinking about swapping out our JCB. To be honest, it's a nice machine, it's a good stock working machine in my mind, but it's not the best if we're just going to be handling bales, of which we're going to be doing a lot of that. So we need something that's a little bit bigger, a little bit more stable, able to handle a little bit extra weight as well, really. So that's why we've got this in. We're going to have a little bit of a play around with it, and all being well, we'll see. We're not just going to try this. We're going to try a few different models. We might even try a bigger JCB, to be honest. But we are thinking about it. As you can see, we are currently loading the bulker up with silage. What we're going to do, we are taking a load of silage away to a customer who just needs a little bit extra to tie them over, which is great because it means that we get rid of our pit silage that we really need to ship out. So we're going to do this, we'll get rid of this, and then on the way back we're going to bring a load of compost back, or a load of lime, sorry, and we'll put that into the field. So I didn't really want to send the bulker away empty-handed, because it's going to go on a bit of a trip here, so it kind of made sense to fill it up, and just gives the telehandler a bit of a workout, really. It's very responsive, very quick on the hydraulic pump as well. So it makes loading bulkers up like this an awful lot faster than it would be with our machine. But if you get a little bit too close there, it makes it a bit tricky to fill. But there we go. But yeah, ultimately a very quick machine. Selecting between forwards and backwards is very quick as well on the shuttle. It's all done on the lever down here. So yeah, it's very rapid. And yeah, it's nice to be able to get rid of some of our silage here because we really have a bit of it hanging around that we don't need. The silage bales I'm not too concerned about, we can keep hold of those, they'll keep. But once the pit's open, I really do like just to get that emptied. Just about to see, the one thing this does have is very poor visibility from the top there. There are a few JCB 435S models kicking around that would be quite interesting to see. I'm not sure what they'd be like from a reach perspective into a high-sided vehicle, but hey, that's why you get them on demonstration. You try these things. Let me take that bit there. But yeah, this is good silage actually so far. It's very impressed with it. And it's going to a good home, so we're not charging a great deal for this, in the region of about £20–30 a ton with some delivery on top of that, but to be honest we just need to get rid of it, so I don't mind that at all. There we go. So how are you all doing anyway? I hope you're all very well this fine Monday as I record this. It is lovely and sunny. We had a few showers actually before that didn't frustratingly just stop David a little bit, not too much, but it was wet enough just to stop him from continuing to spray. So he's just servicing up the sprayer in the tractor, looking after all of that. We're going to have a young man by the name of Jason coming to work for us very shortly. Jason is a very experienced operator. Worked on a nearby large-scale farm, so he's coming across to us. He has an HGV license as well, which is perfect, and he's very accustomed to driving fence, which is ideal. Particularly if I'm going to be in the combine over the summer months, we're going to need someone to take a step up into the big fence there, and that'll be perfect if he's used to those. He hasn't quite driven the 1050, but he was driving the 939, so it's a little bit of a step up there, but control-wise, it's almost identical, so you'll be fine. He's looking forward to the challenge. He's going to start in about a week or so. He's got a few things to tie up with his old job, so we'll let him do that. And then yeah, he's going to step across. So that's going to be nice to have ourselves fully stocked with manpower. Oh, I've spilled quite a bit there. That's frustrating. Yeah, it's always good to get the farm stocked back up with manpower before we get into the crucial months of harvest. Nice visibility out the back of this class. That's one thing that's got going for it, for sure. It's a little bit top heavy. I've got a lot of silage in that bucket though, so it's got a fair weight to it when you loft it up a high. Hoping as well actually to get the Volvo scheduled in this week for a paint job, get it all looking the right colour, which would be fantastic, and then we'll look like a proper outfit. Okay, let's just go and see if we can have a look, see where we need to get some more in here. Oh, we're doing it right in the middle there. We need to keep going, a few more loads at the front. There's a strong chance that class are looking to come into the area actually, so we might get a little bit more support from them. So that would be a good move for us to, or good reason to go towards class. JCB, we don't get a lot of dealership support in our immediate area. We can get support, but it's a little bit farther afield, which is one reason why it's always interesting to look at different options. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, we are about done. It's not quite full, but it's probably about 75% full there, so there's probably a good... Given the silage, there's probably a good kind of 25 ton on board there, I would imagine, which would be plenty enough for the customer in question. We're going to get this a little bit tied up on the floor here, get that put back into the clamp, but overall very impressed with how this Scorpion is working. We've got it for another day or two, so we're going to kind of put it to use on a few things, like moving a few bales around and whatnot. When we start to load, bring some lime in, we might just push it up in the field a bit with this, see how it goes really. But ultimately I like it. I think it's a lovely little machine, very impressed by it. Looking forward to see how we can use it in the future. Like I say, it could be an option to part next to JCB. We're not desperately looking at the moment, but I want something a little bit bigger really than the JCB, something a little bit more stable. But as you can see right now, it is starting to get a little bit dark here, so we're going to call it here for the day. It's kind of a bit of a slow going at the moment because it's we're just waiting for... We've got David in the field spraying, and there's not a lot else we can get on with at the moment, so we're just kind of waiting. But we're getting through our jobs, ticking off a few little errands, and also playing with a few new toys, which is always fun. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching, as always. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Simulation for the Nation if you are new to the family. Until next time though, thank you ever so much. Do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, but most importantly, as always, happy farming.